everyone, this is Nancy with Stamping Before Anything Else, and today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable card right here. This is using a white wash color technique, and it is super easy, super fun, and actually very relaxing. I kind of put myself in a trance when I made this card. It was a lot of fun. We're going to be using chrome cake and white cardstock today. That's what the inside looks like, and let's get started. So to start off, you're actually going to need a crumb card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You're going to need whisper white for the inside of your card that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. You're also going to need the same size 5 1/4 by 4 inches of your crumb cake. You're going to need a scrap of white and a scrap of the crumb cake cardstock as well. So to get started on this, you're going to need to do a little bit of embossing, and for this particular card we are using the Good Morning Magnolia, and it is a 2-stamp set right here. We're going to be using the big flower here, and we're also going to be using this saying for the inside and this for the outside. Okay, we're going to need Versamark and your embossing buddy, and we're also going to need our, hold on one moment, we need our white embossing powder. I've had this forever. It goes a long ways. As you can tell, this design has been long gone. So let's get our Thinking of You and our flower out. Now for the flower, I didn't put the sticker on the back of it just because it's a big sticker, or a big image. I left the sticker off of it, just kind of a personal preference myself. You're going to need your largest block, and we're going to put that right on there. And for the Thinking of You, since it is a, oh, that's a dirty block. Since it is the cling mount, I have the sticky on the top part, so it should stick right to it like so. Love it. Okay, the next step you're going to do, you're going to take your embossing buddy and you want to go over the areas that you want to stamp. It just helps take a little bit of the staticness off the paper, and then we won't get our embossing powder stuck to certain areas that you don't want it to. Take our Versamark, get our image. We can just stamp that anywhere in here because we're going to be die cutting it afterwards. Set that aside for now. And then we're going to take our Versamark and we're going to stamp up this image as well. Now I'm probably going to leave this leaf out right here. I mostly want this image right here. So that's where I'm going to concentrate on getting most of the Versamark over on this end. Okay, that should be good. Now, you could either do this of two ways. You can put the image directly on here, or you can lift your stamp up and stamp it. I prefer to do it personally for this particular stamp set. I kind of have an idea that this is the area that I want my image to be, so I'm just going to lay it on here. That should be good. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's pretty just doing that. All right, we're going to set those aside. We're going to bring in just a scrap piece of paper, fold it in half. This is just going to catch all our embossing powder, and we're just going to cake it on. All right, now we're ready to heat set this. Now we're just going to give those a little bit of a chance to cool down. While this one is cooling down, we're going to die cut this image out, and we're also going to grab our scrap piece of white. We're going to be using these two. You're going to need the medium of that, and then on our regular circles, we're going to take the second to the smallest. Okay, so here we are. We have the white and the crumb cake. So we're just going to put those together real quick and let our flour dry just a little bit. All we need is just a little bit of adhesive. Okay, and that'll go on the front. Okay, now we are ready to do some coloring. For the colors that I chose to do is the Garden Green refill, Melon Mambo refill, and you're also going to need your craft Whisper White for your crafting ink. Now, what I do is I just take a regular block. We're going to add just a little bit on here. A lot goes a long ways. Just put a little drop on here, like so. And then we're going to need our aqua painter. This one right here, and I have it all nice and full of water, and we're just going to put a drop of water down on the block here. Okay, so I have one right now. You're going to need some paper towels because you might want to dab it off, or you might get too much on there. So we're just going to mix it up, and let me wipe this off because it looks like I still have a little bit of color left on this. Okay, perfect. Now all we're going to do is we're going to whitewash the whole thing, even the leaves, the flower, and everything. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to speed up the process, the drying process, and we're going to use our heating tool again for that. And if you want to bear with me, I'll be done in just a moment. All right, so now while this is cooling, be sure that you do not touch the image at all, because as you're drying the watercolored part of it, your image that is embossed could smudge because it's heating up as well. So we're going to set that aside. Next, we're going to take our Garden Green ink refiller. And again, we're going to follow the same steps that we did for the watercolor wash with the craft ink. Just one drop will do. Take our aqua painter and drop a drop of water on there, and we can start mixing. And of course I kind of just spread it out a little bit to see where and how dark. Now it looks really green on here, but when you start putting it on the cardstock, it lightens up and almost turns a different color. It's just crazy because it's mixing in with that white watercolor on here, like so. Now what you can do is you can wipe off, get a little of that extra stuff off. You can go in after you've gone through and painted all of them, all the leaves, you can go in and grab just a little bit more dark color and give it a little bit more depth by going back through again. All right, next we're going to move on to our Melon Mambo. Again, we're just going to need just a little bit of this color. A little bit goes a long ways. All right, and we are done with our coloring. Now we just need to clean our brush off one more time. That good and clean so it's not gonna ruin our next project. So now we're just gonna heat set that just a little bit because we need to do a little bit of assembling of our card. So I'm gonna dry that just a little bit. Okay, that should be good for now. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our saying on the inside. We're going to use crumb cake ink. And we need our saying. And it is not only for what you do, but for being someone so special. We're going to use that one. Make sure I got the right one. There we go. Or you could use your Stamparatus for this, or just a block like I'm going to do on here. Ta-da! And we're going to ink it up. And there we are. Ta-da! Turned out good. All right, done with our crumb cake. I'll clean that later. So this will go on the inside. Now comes the fun part. We are going to be using our Magnolia ribbon. It's a combo pack. It comes with this beautiful ribbon, and it also comes with, it's a combo pack, so it comes with two. So we got this old olive twine and then this beautiful ribbon, and it's really easy for me to tie a knot in this. Knots and me, or actually I should say ribbons and me, do not get along. Bows, any of that. They don't like me for some reason. But this ribbon is really easy to tie in a bow. Now, I didn't take any measurements. I just kind of winged it on here. And actually I'm at the end of the roll on this, so it's a good thing I got more coming in the mail. But we are going to just tie a knot on this. Get my scissors. And let's see if I can do this without Kayla's assistant, because when I was making my prototype of this, I was having issues. We have that on, and we are going to attach this. Actually, this is not going to do. Let me try this over. Kayla, I'm going to need your assistance.
Okay.
This is not working for me. Mama's not happy with that. When Mama's not happy, nobody's happy. Right, Kayla?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, Mom.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you say. All right.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, what would I do without you? Okay, here we go.
Not tie knots.
No, that's for sure.
Get it?
All right.
Not tie knots.
Not tie knots. Oh, aren't you clever? Okay,
Kid
here we go.
jokes.
Here we go. Seriously?
That looks so bad.
You moved it. See what I mean, people? This is ridiculous. It's a knot. It's a knot.
How many people does it take to tie a knot?
For me.
Okay.
Got it? Okay. Ta-da! There it is! Yay! Mom's happy.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kayla.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yay! Kayla saved us. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our card base. Again, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to pop these up on dimensionals. There we go. Love it. Isn't that cute? We're going to add dimensionals on the back of this as well. Where did they go? I just had them. It's like they hide from me. I don't know why. So when you are doing that, make sure you put an additional dimension on either end because you don't want it just sticking to the ribbon like I just did. Perfect. Look at that. All right, now for the inside, we're just going to use a little bit of glue or Tombow mono adhesive or snail. There you go. So this is the one, and this is the one I made before for protocol, but look at the difference in the coloring. I went a little bit darker on this one, but lighter on that, so it's totally up to you how you want it to work for you. You can change up the colors. Look at how light, I used the exact same colors on these. This one turned out a little bit lighter. This one I did a little bit darker. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, and we would love it if you would hit that subscribe button so that you could get updated notifications when we do load up our videos. And we would love it if you would follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.